the white woman's fight. You did that behind a white woman's who told her white fiance to come slap your black titty. We're not gonna be windmilling for Susan B. Anthony and the rest of her cousins. Absolutely not. This is Black Women's History Month. Everybody white, sit tight. Everybody white, sit tight.
All these diamonds on my body and they crystal clear. I make magic with these hundreds, watch them disappear. Big ol' raindrops up in my ear. If you gon' name drop, let's get it clear. Jessie, VVS, I just turn the water on. Big ol' flex, shit you never saw before. These niggas chasing me like waterfalls.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my Chanel. It's your sister. Happy Saturday morning. I hope you're having a good morning. I hope that your day is starting off well, and I hope that you guys have a good weekend. I just wanted to pop right in, right on in, not out, buddy, and give you guys some of this Love is Blind tea, or I don't know, it's just discoveries, it's things that are coming up, and also I have some insider tea as well that I want to talk to you guys about. Before I do that, y'all, make sure that you like, share, subscribe. If you are new to the Black Women's Tribe, make sure that you subscribe as well. Leave a comment, show me some love, share the video with your friends, your mama, your cousins, your sisters, your brothers, whoever all you guys share videos with. Also, y'all, I am going on my first vacation. Okay, so make sure that you sign up to come with me through Cartagena, Colombia. Cartagena, Colombia, voy a reír, voy a gozar, vivir mi vida, la, 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 la. Okay? We're going to be down to Colombia acting a fool. So make sure that you go to wocation.net and you sign up for that trip. We are going in June. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get into this tea. Okay, so y'all know that the Love is Blind trailer just dropped, so we're gonna get into that. But before we do, I want to break down some other tea that I see brewing on the internet. So apparently Jiminy Cricket and Megan on Fox were down to Florida together this week, child. TMZ was able to catch up with their ass. They said Love is Blind, Jimmy and Chelsea back together and they hang out in Florida. All right, y'all, so TMZ reported Love is Blind, Jimmy and Chelsea hang out in Florida, back together. Okay, so we scrolled on down, child. We see Love is Blind stars Jimmy Presnell and Chelsea Blackwell might not be over after all, as the season 6 exes are having a surprise reunion down in Florida. Spoiler alert here, in case you haven't seen the finale yet. So we do see their Insta stories. They're both at JB's on the beach. Also, someone else, I guess this is a TikToker, caught them both together having lunch. You see the video of them right there having lunch together. You know, so it does look like they got together, because I mean, they're both from North Carolina. Why would they both be in Florida together? So obviously they're together. You know, it's really nice to see Jiminy Cricket and Megan Trainor back together again. I'm convinced that he loves abuse and that he loves slavery. And as a Black women's, that is not my problem. During Black Women's History Month, it is not my problem, baby. Everybody white, sit tight. I'm not here to fight the white man's fight, okay? Everybody white, sit tight. If Jiminy Cricket wants to be abused for the rest of his life, that is his fight. He can sit tight with Megan Trainor, all right? Next. Y'all remember how Jeramey was exposed for living with someone right before he got on Love is Blind? Apparently he had a fiance and she had a child, and they were all living together in their home. Well, child, apparently, I don't know if this is the same ex. Oh, you know what? I think it is the same ex. So I found this article on Business Insider. Love is Blind star Jeramey's ex-fiance, Brittany, says she also caught him cheating on her via location sharing. My Lord. Like, my Lord. There's no shortage of Love is Blind drama this season, and a lot of it happened off screen. TikTokers like Storytime with Ricky and Reality Ashley have had all the major tea, even breaking the news that a woman said she was dating former fan favorite Trevor Silva. We did see that. So now they break down the Jeramey story. So there's this TikToker, story time with Ricky. She breaks it down.
Ex-fiance's mom just posted this photo in a Facebook group. There's Jeramey, there's the ex-fiance, and there's the ring. Let me tell you what I know. So upon digging through the millions and millions of comments, somebody said, where did you find this? And the mom said, in my phone. That's my daughter and grandson. Mom then goes on to give more details and say, he just moved out at the end of 2022. They filmed February, March in 2023. They had just sold their home. So you guys remember that little scene where Jeramey is telling Laura he sold his previous house and didn't buy a new house because he wanted like his new wife to like pick where he lived? Yeah, he failed to mention that the house he just sold was with his ex-fiance. The mom then again says, Jenny, that's the mom, she says they are absolutely not together since selling their house in 2023. And this is the ex-fiance under Laura's photos saying, did he ever tell you about his ex-fiance from right before you? Surely not. Or the house we sold a week or two before he filmed for this show. Just want all the info out there. You and Sarah Ann should know. I'm happy to share proof. I did message her. Y'all know I did. So she also goes on to say, peep the video of Layla and him in the snow on his Instagram. That was at our house, and that's me recording the video and talking. So it appears that they had just broken up right before he went to film Love is Blind. So technically he was single when he filmed the show, but he was still living with his fiance when he applied for the show. Because you have to take into consideration, it takes time to get casted. You apply, and then you go through the whole casting process. That's basically what the mom is saying. Someone was engaged and living with somebody when he applied for the show, not when he filmed the show. Netflix, how about you make sure that people are at least a year single?
Now remember, Jeramey did break down the fact that everyone on the cast knew that he was living with this young lady, and also that he was no longer with her prior to being on the show. But also what I want people to understand is, even though Love is Blind be doing these casting calls, they are reaching out to these cast members through DM. So all y'all who be applying, they not really looking through those applications. Their casting method is reaching out to people through DMs. Now, I don't know how they're coming up with who to reach out to. Maybe there's a scout out there who's scouting the area, or who's scouting scouting different locations. Like, you can go to different locations on Instagram and see who's been there, and just like keep looking and seeing if this person's single, that person's single. That's what their method is. They're not even, it's really insane.
So I want to quickly address the story that's going around about my previous engagement prior to Love is Blind. One, anybody that I was on dates with, my castmates, and in multiple interviews, this topic was discussed. Nobody is surprised by this. It was something that was well documented. Unfortunately, with all of the footage that is captured, not all of it makes it into the final cut. This just happened to not make it in there. Two, I did not apply for this while I was living with anybody else. I was out living on my own, and I didn't seek this out. I was actually reached out to over Instagram, and I'll actually add that message into the next slide just for some verification on that. But I had already been out on my own for a number of weeks at that point, and I was asked if I would like to have a discussion around it. I said, sure, why not? And obviously it ended up leading up to the show at some point, but yeah.
Just wanted to make sure that I give you guys a screenshot showing the DM that he was talking about. Hey, Jeramey, I know this is super random. We're currently casting for the new show Love is Blind on Netflix in Charlotte area. I'd love to chat if you're interested in hearing more. Heads up as well that we are in the final week of casting. So they're literally sending him this like final week of casting. So they're just throwing people in there, and they're using Charlotte locations on Instagram to reach out to people who they feel are single. It's really insane. And we're going to get back into that later on with the tea that I have with Clay and AD. But, yeah, I mean, here's the thing. He wasn't with this girl anymore. However, I do feel like, well, damn, like, you were just with her. You just sold your home, which explains why his house was so nice and neat when Laura did go in there. But I felt like everybody's house this season was nice and neat, so I don't know. But anyway, y'all, let's move on. Speaking of Jeramey, did y'all see this picture of him and Sarah Ann? down to the reunion? Did they ever kick them rocks that they needed to kick with open-toe shoes? What the hell? Some of y'all disagreed with me with my point of view when it came to Sarah Ann and Jeramey in my last video, and I will stand by that. I do think that Sarah is whack for dipping back with Jeramey, but also I think that this experience is just so crazy. These people that go on Love is Blind, I mean, they are finding love in straitjackets. Like literally, they are imprisoned. Did you guys watch my Black women's reunion for last season? Like those girls literally said, no phones, not even a phone in their hotel room. So even if they wanted to dial 911, they couldn't. They didn't have the keys to their room. So they couldn't just enter and get out of their rooms when they wanted to. They weren't being fed. Okay, I don't care how many times they showed us food during the season. Did y'all not catch how Jimmy was how he was swallowing down them fucking tacos down to the beach? They were not feeding them people. When they got to that resort, they was finally eating. Okay, like no, they are not in a normal process. They are finding love in a hopeless place. Come on, Rihanna. We found love in a hopeless place. We found love in a hopeless place. Okay, so yeah, I still think Sarah Ann was wrong, but also, you know, Laura didn't have no problem when she was sitting down with Jess, and Jess was talking about how she finds Jiminy Cricket attractive, and you know, she was asking her these questions. I'm like, are you repulsed by him? Like, it seemed like she was okay with Jess spinning the block on Jimmy, so. What is, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm not really as mad as I am at Sarah Ann for spinning the block on Jeramey as I am mad at, and I've said this before, I'll say it again, AD grilling Sarah Ann as if she didn't have her own shit to tend to, like that man that wasn't coming home to her every damn day. Okay? We do not fight the white woman's fight. Mind you, you did that behind a white woman's, okay, who told her white fiance to come slap your black titty on national television. We do not fight the white woman's fight, okay? This is Black Women's History Month. Everybody white, sit tight. Everybody white, sit tight. We're not gonna be windmilling for Susan B. Anthony and the rest of her cousins. Absolutely not. Okay, next. Okay, y'all, this is my favorite part of this tea video. Y'all seen the trailer, we seen everybody's photos, what they wearing down to the reunion. Let's get into these fashions, baby. Let's get into these fashions. AD, period. Ate that. What's 5 plus 3? What's 10 minus 2? What's 4 times 2, okay? What's 3 times 2 plus 2? Is that it? She ate that. That's 8, right? Okay. She ate that, all right? Next. I'm not understanding what's going on with Jessica's dress. The titties look nice. You know what I'm saying? The titties sitting right. Yeah, I want to bite you. But it's a lot of stuff going on. The neck, and then it's too much going on over here. And then like the bottom it's not form-fitting. I think it should have been more form-fitting. And apparently I saw like a picture where she has a train on this dress. I don't know. Listen, Jess, I'm happy for her. She got a lot of shine this season. She's the first reject that I've seen have so much shine and so much press. And I think she has like 800,000 followers now. Kudos to her. But I've never seen rejects get this much time. Like, this is a lot. Next. Ooh. Okay. Okay, period. What was her name again? Amy? Period, Amy. It's giving voyage ready. It's giving bitty bitty bum bum. Okay, period. It's giving Selena. It's giving anything for Selena's. Period. She ate that. She ate that. Her and AD best dressed so far. Who, Lord? What is this? Is that Megan Fox? Let's move on. Okay, what was her name again? Brittany. Yes, Miss I identify as a white woman. Yes. Rachel Dolezal in this bitch. Okay. She looks exactly how I thought she would look. It's giving very pageant queen. Very pageant queen. Very see that girl. Watch her see. Giving the dancing queen. It's giving dancing queen. Yes, period. Next.
Laura has shared her location with us. She is in Barcelona, Spain for work, but we actually have her on Zoom.
Of course Laura's puss ass didn't show up because she knows she's going to be questioned about the bean dip incident. But, you know, I mean, you should have still, sis, you could have still came because these are the lattes. They never ask real questions. They never ask real questions. They just gonna let you Tootsie Roll and pussy pop around that question, girl. It's, you know, it's giving... Next, you puss asshole. Why you ain't come to the reunion? We ain't finna jump you. Why you ain't come to the reunion, Laura? We not finna jump you. We not finna jump you. Your puss ass ain't want to come to the reunion because you knew the internet was gonna eat your ass the fuck up, and we still gonna eat you up because that bean dip incident was racist, period. You are a racist asshole. Next, puss asshole. Why you ain't come down to the reunion? You had all that energy when y'all was down to the motherfucking vacations, honeymooning, and you asked your fiance to slap AD's black titty during Black History, Black Women's Month, puss asshole. All right, let's get into this trailer, child. All right, let me get my EpiPen ready, child. Okay, so we have an audience. We have an audience. Okay. Okay, not Kenneth coming.
Real heartbreak. She's honestly the love of my life, and I did make a mistake.
Clay, shut your ass the fuck up. Oh my God, I'm so tired. I'm so tired of his ass. No, you definitely the pick me girl. Sarah, you definitely a pick me. I need you to have self-awareness, okay? Trevor and his mullet. Oh, he got the mullet back? Not the gasping of the audience. It's a lot going on. I'm seeing a lot of the former couples, the former contestants. Where is Lauren and Cameron? Do y'all see Lauren or Cameron? What the fuck is going on? They are literally the sweethearts of the show. Do y'all peep what I be peeping? Why doesn't Love is Blind be using Lauren and Cameron? What did y'all do to them people? What did y'all do to them people? Why are they never here? Why aren't they even like consultants on the show? Let's move on. Okay, y'all. So let's talk about Clay and AD, right? But before we get into them, I wanted to play this clip of this TikToker. I believe his name is Scotty. He talked about his process of getting on the show. And I think it's very interesting and you all should see it.
So yes, I wanted to jump on here and share my story and experience of how I was casted on this current season of Love is Blind. So a casting agent reached out to me from Instagram and they saw I was from North Carolina, from Raleigh, so a couple hours away from Charlotte, had me fill out an intake form. And get this, Love is Blind, all the questions were about physical traits, what I looked like, what I was attracted to, what I would normally approach, nothing about emotion, connection, what I find like good in a person outside of physical traits, which initially I thought was odd. I get through, then I do my first virtual interview, and they kind of ask those same questions again, kind of my story, but I did tell them, hey, I was recently divorced. I'm not looking to be married again, especially this soon. And they ultimately said that that was going to be okay, which I was taken aback, but they said, we'll explain that to you at the next interview. And then at the next interview, I told the casting agents the same thing, that, hey, I was recently divorced, don't want to be married this soon. It's been not even a year. And they're like, hey, Scott, we know not everyone gets married on the show. Some people just bring a different dynamic to it. And the viewers like to watch certain things and they like to see X, Y, and Z happen. And I was like, ultimately, you either want me to lead someone on or become a villain on the show, huh? And they said, that's not exactly what we're saying, but people do gravitate towards, or people like to watch certain things happen on the show. And yes, I thought that was odd, but hey, I could be on Netflix. So I went to one more round, and that's when they were like, hey, you don't live in Charlotte, you live in Raleigh, huh? I said, yes. But to this girl's point, there are some contractual clauses in there. If you make it so far, you are on the hook for certain things.
Okay, so I want you to keep in mind what he just revealed, right? The fact that these people didn't give a fuck that this man didn't want to be married. They just wanted him on the show. And it's giving Phil a quota. Him being Asian to me definitely gives me Phil a quota, because Asian representation on the show hasn't been up there. And also remember, there is a pending lawsuit from last season where a contestant had to sue because she was a victim of on the show. And the details in that lawsuit are very damning. I think they're trying to make good with the Asians right now, and I don't know. I feel like they're just trying to fill a quota with that. So keep in mind what I just said. Also keep in mind what Jeramey said as well. They are casting people through their DMs. So a little birdie told me. Now, I'm telling y'all, this is what was told to me. I'm not saying I believe this. I'm not saying I have any receipts. I'm not saying I have a way to prove this. However, I am going to tie it in with some of the things that I have seen on the show. So a little birdie told me that Clay supposedly, allegedly told AD and told production that he had no plans on marrying her, okay? And I believe this was post the honeymoon that they sent everybody on. He told production, he told her he was not going to marry her. And the problem with that for production was post the honeymoon and everybody moving into their apartments together, we had Kenneth and Brittany, whose relationship dissolved. And so there were no more black men. There was no more black couples. So they needed to have black representation. And so allegedly, they went to AD and offered her money to stay on the show. And so Clay decided to stay on the show for her sake, so that she could get her check. I don't believe that, because I don't see a situation where Clay would not get money to stay on a show that he didn't want to be on after expressing to production that he didn't want to be on it. Also, I don't see Clay doing something like that for AD, someone that he wasn't even coming home to. I don't see AD taking money to stay on the show. Mind you, you guys know they do not pay these people a lot of money. All of the lawsuits that they've had from previous contestants prove they don't pay these people more than minimum wage. And most of the time it's below minimum wage. So some of them are getting paid like $3.25 per hour, basically, to be there. They're not walking away with more than $6,000, $8,000. Okay? So I don't see a situation where it would make sense for AD to take an extra check just to be told no at the altar, especially considering how she broke down. Like that whole moment of, I'm never enough. I'm always carrying every relationship. I'm never enough for these men. I don't want to have to make him pick me. And just crying like that. I don't see a situation where that would even make sense. I don't see her taking her mother through that. I don't see her taking her family members, her cousins, whoever else through that. I just don't see it. However, I do see Clay doing that. If this birdie would have told me that production gave Clay a check to stay, I would totally believe that. And here's why. The man was never coming home to her anyway. He was never coming home to her. He didn't give a fuck. We never saw any footage with them post the honeymoon other than them meeting her mom and them on the kitchen counter that time when he was like, yo, I just watched Love is Blind for the first time. Did you know that these people getting married? Did you see Lauren and Cameron get married? Did you see Tiff and Brett get married? Did you see all these people got married? I'm supposed to get married? I can't get married. So even with that conversation, I do feel that it would line up with production giving him a check to stay. Another reason why I feel that it would make more sense if Clay was given a check is because the man just wanted to be on television. So I think even if they offered Clay $2,000 more, not even, if they told him we're gonna give you $200 more, I think he would have motherfucking stayed, period, just to get that attention. And also someone who is willing to go on national television and expose their father, taking them on infidelity trips, knowing that his mother was not aware of that. Someone who's willing to do that as an excuse for not being man enough to just tell AD, I don't want to marry you, would definitely take a check to stay. They would definitely take a check to stay. So maybe this little birdie didn't have the information correct. I can definitely see a world where AD would have taken the check. Not AD, I'm sorry. I could definitely see a world where Clay would have taken the check. But I don't know. And also too, another reason why I could see that happening is because there were no more black couples. And I don't think that would have looked good at all, right? But also, I'm not here for black women pain. I'm tired of seeing these black women go on Love is Blind and they're walking away with such painful, such horrible experiences. So IDK. Let me know what you guys think about that. Do you guys think that tea is accurate? Do you think that there's something to it? Let me know. Drop down in comments and let me know. 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 There are times that I find you wanna keep yourself from me. Yes, you know what? I would love to get swallowed to that song tonight. I haven't been swallowed. Somebody please come swallow me up. I wanna get swallowed. Am I really not gonna get swallowed during Black Women's History Month? That is... God, if you don't like me no more, just say it. Anyway, let me know. Y'all drop down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
All these diamonds on my body and they crystal clear. I make magic with these hundreds, watch them disappear. Big ol' raindrops up in my ear. If you gon' name drop, let's get it clear. Jessie, ooh, baby.